A provision in the congressional deal may impact businesses in Ohio, hemp businesses in particular. Ohio's been debating THC policy for years with a recent focus on intoxicating hemp with low-level THC.
The U.S. Senate's deal banned the product. Columbus Bureau reporter Morgan Trow has been covering each development with marijuana hemp policy in our state, and she says that everyone from sellers to legislative leaders is evaluating these impacts.
The House will be in order.
As the federal government shutdown looks like it's coming to an end,
it's not fair.
Hemp sellers like Meredith Farrow were surprised by the Senate. When voting to open the government, they closed a loophole created in the 2018 Farm Bill, which allowed for low-level THC products to be sold without regulation.
So it would put all my employees out of business and me out of business. And our hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, thousands and thousands of customers that rely on this daily, they would be in a lurch.
Just last month, Governor Mike DeWine signed a temporary ban on hemp that gets you high. It can look like candy sold at gas stations and smoke shops with no age limits. But a judge temporarily blocked DeWine's ban.
If I kind of knew I could make a decision and pivot, but being in limbo is the worst place to be.
Rep. Tex Fisher of the Youngstown area has been leading the charge to protect hemp products and says that Congress threw a wrench in his plans.
Trying to figure out how to implement what's going on at the federal level, so I think that's maybe pump the brakes a little bit while we try to figure out how to proceed based on that.
But marijuana industry expert Jonathan Adler explains that the federal policy doesn't have to impact Ohio sellers. He says that hemp policy will likely be dealt with on a state level, like marijuana.
While marijuana is illegal for purposes of federal law, the federal government doesn't have the resources, doesn't have the personnel to go after individual retailers, individual buyers, let alone individual users.
Adrian Robbins supports legal marijuana, but is anti-hemp and says that the ban should be enforced in Ohio.
We think this is an issue of public health for both adults and children, to be clear, when it comes to these unregulated products.
But if we aren't enforcing federal law with marijuana,
should we be enforcing it with hemp?
Yeah, it's a good question. In fact, a couple of people asked that today. It's like, well, we can do whatever we want regarding hemp. Now, are we going to go around and start cuffing 17-year-old clerks at gas stations? No, but we've got to get this thing in shape.
Before Ohio can start evaluating, the leaders' eyes are on D.C. At the Ohio State House, I'm Morgan Trow reporting.